Hi, guys, and welcome to TICTC Till I Die, home of Tottenham, past, present, and the exciting future, of course, under the mightiest manager in the world, Ange Postecoglou. And this is the predicted lineup for FA Cup third round tie away to non-league Tamworth, where Ange should ring the changes and keep a few players fresh because we have a mammoth of a game on Wednesday against our North London rivals, them lot down the road, who I won't even mention. I can't even mention because North London is white. It never was red, never has been red. We're the proper North London side. Them lot are just from South London and they need to go back there. But we're not talking about them. We're talking about non-league Tamworth as the mighty Spurs, 8-time winners of the FA Cup, go up there to take them on tomorrow at a 12:30 kickoff. And will Ange ring the changes? I think he does need to ring the changes. I think he needs to rest players. And I think he needs to give a couple of the youth people go, people like Lancashire, Dorrington, players like that. But because we still got injuries, we've still got a lot of players out, we cannot ring the changes too much. And also, there is a talk about the goalkeepers. Do you start off Brandon Austin for this FA Cup tie? Do you put in the new Kinski, Czechoslovakia Czech keeper? Do you pay him again? Do you get him used? Because he is going to be Vicario's number 2. He is going to be fighting for Vicario's number 1 spot. So do you play him again? So there's a lot of decisions Angie's got to make between now and time that the lineups are announced before kickoff tomorrow. So there is a lot to think about and a lot to talk through and a lot to get through on this pre-record. But everyone, if you can do me a favor, do hit the like button, do hit the subscription button if you can as well. Pick up your memberships as well. We're going to start doing some member live shows. These now, I think from next season, will be members only shows. So we will be going live with these. Instead of doing them as a pre-record, I will be going live and doing them as members only for you guys to interact with you guys. And also probably doing them on Big Up as well. Please do go over to our Big Up channel, Match Day Live as well. We are going to do more in there. We're just trying to get through this busy period of football, but we will be doing more stuff over there. So let me know in the comments if you want this as a members only live show. If you members want that, let me know and we will do that for you. It's what you guys want. You pay your hard money every month to support us guys with your memberships and everything. So let us know what you want. Do you want this as a members only live show? If you do, we will do that. If you're quite happy as a pre-record to you members first, and then it goes out to all the other non-members afterwards at a later date, then we'll do that as well. But it's entirely down to you guys. Sorry, I got something in my eye. A little spot in my eye. But anyway, this is the lineup I have predicted that will be tomorrow, and it is a bit mismatched. There's a few inexperienced players in there with a few experienced players in there with a few players that are not even in Angie's thoughts until they had to play because of the injury crisis. But this is the 11 I have picked, and I have started with the back 5, and I've started with our new goalkeeper, Antonio Tony, as people like to call him. That is his nickname in goal. I've started with a back 4 of Reguilon, Dragoson, Alfie Dorrington making the start for Spurs, and Jed Spence as well. We don't have a lot to play with when it comes to our defense, really. A lot of players still injured, a lot of players out. And you have to give players like Porro a rest as well, because you can overplay them, and especially with the big game coming up on Wednesday against Arsenal, I think it's the most sensible thing to do. So I've gone with Reguilon as the left back. I've gone with Jed Spence on the right back. I've gone with Dragoson and Alfred Dorrington. I'm going to pick him and give Archie Gray a rest because Archie Gray deserves a rest. It was a toss-up between do I play Gray or do I play Dragoson? And I thought, do you know what? I will give Archie Gray a rest and I will play Dragoson because he is a proper centre-back. And Dorrington is a proper centre-back as well, by the way. And why Ange hasn't used them during this injury crisis is beyond me. But I think Gray and him have picked up such a partnership together, and Gray has been all the time steadily outperforming Dragoson in some games. In the 6-3, Liverpool defeat, Dragoson wasn't the best defender out there. Archie Gray performed better, though we did concede 6 goals. You can put a lot of that down to Fraser Foster, some of his, mistakes. Put it down to Dragoson. He didn't play well that day. And I think Archie Gray did play well, but he does deserve a rest. So That is my back five. With the midfield tree, the two holding midfielders, I have gone with Basuma and Papasar. Basuma, I think he owes us, and he does owe us with all the transitions he's gone through this year, with the sending off of last year as well, and also what he got up to before the season started with his ban and everything. Um, I think he owes us, and he does owe us. He owes us a performance, and he needs to start putting in the performances that makes him worthy to pull on that lily white shirt. Because if you're out there like he did at the start of the season, taking gas before a match, if you're not a professional and you want to do that, that's fine. It's down to you. But if you're a professional sports person playing a professional sport, you cannot be doing that, because your job, your priorities, look after your body. Your body is your temple. You look after that and you perform at your highest level. You can't perform when you're doing stupid shit like that. So we keep hearing he's sorry. We keep hearing he apologizes. We keep hearing that he's going to give the best performance. He's going to be back. Well, we don't see it. And I think we should get rid of him in the summer anyway, because I don't think he's good enough to play for us. And I think he hasn't fulfilled his potential. I think he more thinks about his off-field partying than he does of his on-field performances. And you look at Papa Sarr. Papa Sarr is a young lad dedicating himself to his craft, dedicating to his job, dedicating to the midfielder playing for us. And he's putting performances after performances. And I always call him a little gazelle running around, because he's got really long legs and he just covers so much ground when he does play. And when him and Bentancur play together, or him and Kulu have played in that midfield together, they have played very well together. Basuma plays one good game and then he may go missing for the next four, and then he turns up again. It isn't good enough, but I have picked him tomorrow because we haven't got the players. They're out injured. So when you're trying to rest players, what do? You can't keep playing Kulu all the time. He deserves to be rested. And we just haven't got the midfielders, and important we get one in the January window. In that number 10 role, of course, I've got the return of James Maddison, because him and Papa Sarr were suspended for the Liverpool game. They have now returned. So I will put Maddison in the number 10 role. It's time for him to shine as well. It's time for him to show why we paid the big money for him to buy him from Leicester, and for him to really take a grip with a New England manager, with a new manager in charge of the national side, and with the World Cup qualifications and the World Cup coming on in 2026. It's his time to show, look, pick me. I can do the job for you. I can play in your system. And he's started to now start putting in performances. On the wings, of course, I've got the returnee of the young Mikey Moore, the 17-year-old sensation, who's been absolutely fantastic. Every time I've seen Mikey Moore play, I just love watching him. He's been out with a severe illness. Now, we don't know what the illness is, but the illness kept him out for a long time. I know there's a lot of bugs going around. I know there's a lot of bad flus going around as well. So, and it does knock you for six. It does knock you sideways. And also on the right-hand side, we've got Young Hing Mik Yuk from South Korea. I don't know that's how you pronounce it. I'm useless with pronouncing South Korean names or any foreign names. I really can't get my tongue around them. But he will be making his debut tomorrow, and I think he's such an exciting prospect. And really to take over the mantle of really from Sonny. And a lot of people are calling him Sonny Jr., which I do love. And I was watching, it was Dave that said it to me, and I did watch it again. One of these sort of Tottenham training sessions, and you just saw he was in awe of Son. Son was doing something, and then suddenly he started doing the same. Like he's like in awe of him. And I can't think of a better role model, to be fair. And I'd say this for these young players out there, and the likes of Basuma and people like this, they need to look at Son. Son is the perfect role model of how to be a professional. Dedicate your career, dedicate your life to your profession, dedicate your life, your body to becoming the best you can be. And this is what really upsets me for some of these young players, because if you look at the likes of Basuma, and I can understand there's lots of temptation out there, I get that. But look at the young Mikey Moore. Look at him. He'd be looking up to Sonny. Well, that's the way to do it. You look at young Yuck as well, looking to Sonny. You look at Jed Spence, the Return of the Jedi. A young lad had his dreams dashed away from him. He didn't go down and sulk. He got down, hard work, determination, put in the graft, went out on loan, didn't let it bother him, put in the graft when he was out on loan, and he comes back and he's now, you know, a changed player and a ready-made player to come into an ANGE system. And he hasn't let us down either, by the way. But that is my midfield trait. So I'm resting Sonny. I'm going to rest Kulu as well, give him a rest because we do have the North London derby on Wednesday. And up front, I'm going to start Will Lancashire as well. I think he deserves this. He's been biding his time. He's made a few appearances here and there, but I think it's time for him to start and lead the line. And you never know, might get a couple of goals tomorrow. That would be nice. But look, I'm going for a 6-0 win. That is my prediction. I think we're going to absolutely pummel them tomorrow. I know it's away from home. Also know it's on an AstroTurf as well. But Ange said today they're going to train an AstroTurf, get used to it. He did the same up in Celtic. Football is football. Doesn't matter if it's played on grass or AstroTurf. You still got to beat the team that's in front of you. It is an FA Cup tie. They are going to be up for it. They are going to be determined to take a massive scalp. Imagine going there and beating the massive Tottenham Hotspur in an FA Cup. Imagine that happening. It won't happen, but to Tamworth, that's what they want. So they're going to be up there tomorrow, really determined to put one over us, but we're going to win 6-0. That is my 11. So let me know, guys. Do you agree? Don't you agree with my predicted 11? And also put your predicted 11 in the comments as well, guys. And also let me know, do you want this to become a members-only live show? If you do, let me know. If you're quite happy as the pre-record to members first and then to non-members later, then let me know as well. We will do that. But whatever you do, come on, you Spurs. In big Antry trust, the road to Wembley starts here. We are going for the FA Cup. Come on, you Spurs.